So I just watched this movie right before Halloween. That's appropriate. This is Tales of Halloween from this year, 2015. And I really like most, or at least I like to watch and check out all of the horror anthology type films. I just reviewed one, the Tales from the Dark Side, and one of my favorite horror films of all time that I have to watch at least once a year when Halloween rolls around is Trick or Treat. It is like one of the best horror films. It is the best Halloween film, I think. Uh, Maybe between that and the original Halloween, but I just really like that anthology kind of feel. It works well for the horror genre, and that's like one of the best movies. So I'm always interested to see if anybody else can kind of match that or not. So this just came out. I didn't really hear too much about it. I think I just saw like the trailer was coming on and watched it. It looked interesting. Then we played it at the Alamo Draft House where I work on the weekends. We only had it for like a week or two, and then it was out of there, so I didn't get to see it at the theater, unfortunately. But I just watched it about a week ago, and it's okay. It's 10 stories, and they're all kind of loosely interwoven together. I think they're supposed to be in the same town. Not a ton of interacting characters. Like in Trick or Treat, you see pretty much one character from another segment will be in each story. This one doesn't really have that. It says they're interwoven, but it's not really. So yeah, it's kind of 10 stories. They're pretty short because it's only hour and a half, 10 stories. So pretty short segments. There's only one that was really scary or had any sort of tension involved. There's like a family that's telling kind of ghost stories together at a Halloween party, and so they tell us one story. It's kind of scary, and then one of the girls that they're trying to scare, she's like ends up walking home. Her car breaks down, and so she thinks she's being followed, and that's the one that has like the most suspense, and it's kind of chilling. It has kind of creepy parts to it. The beginning one was pretty good. It was like I think it's called like Sweet Tooth, something like that, about a kid that really wanted to get treats and was had them all taken away from his parents, and then he gets revenge, and that's another like story being told. So I was saying it's an old story, and it comes back to haunt the people that were telling the story. That was a decent one too. But then there's some that are in there that are kind of boring, and you kind of get that a lot with these anthologies. You'll have, 1/3 or 2/3 of them will be good, and then the rest of them are just kind of so blah or just really bad. I think that's kind of seems to be the case with most anthologies. There's usually one stinker in the bunch. This one mostly doesn't work. There's not really enough to